So Eterito against Tiomit, first up here in the capital of Germany. And as you could see there, those poses, the players are ready. And you mentioned Tiomit, the man to be beaten, if you like. It's going to be Arsenal against PSG. Eterito playing with Arsenal in their traditional colours. He'll be kicking from left to right. And Tiomit picking Paris Saint-Germain.
Yeah, and of course, just to remind people at home, if they're not aware, the teams who are playing all have the same statistics. So the only difference is perhaps a physicality thing, due to height and things like that. But in terms of the actual playing statistics, they are all identical. So it's a fair, even playing field for both. Absolutely.
10-minute matches as Munier goes on a foray forward on the right-hand side. Now here's Angel Di Maria, well cut out by Arsenal, and now Eterito with Danny Welbeck going down that left-hand side to Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. It's a lovely back heel to Welbeck. First opportunity for Arsenal to stretch their legs, but Verratti was in, as he so often is, and picks the pocket of the Arsenal man. A cagey start after 6 minutes.
Yeah, it's important for Eterito to start strongly, because often he's started slowly against Tiomit, and of course if Tiomit grabs a goal, he's so difficult to break down.
And does that play into the mental battle? If you know you're playing against Tiomit, if he scores, it's going to be so hard to come back against him.
Absolutely, and you've only got to look at past games to know that the pressure really is on Eterito when he plays against Tiomit, because he knows he's the main man to stop him at this moment in time in the world of PES 2018.
Cavani chases down Kolasinac. It's a lovely ball forward into Maitland-Niles. Now an opportunity for Aubameyang, perhaps. Nice football this from Arsenal. Is there going to be an end product? Maitland-Niles again. Eterito attacking nicely. Pass, but in the end it was cut out, and Cavani will try and win that back for Paris Saint-Germain. No efforts on target at all in the opening 13 minutes of this first game.
Yeah, so we're just inside 15 minutes. Oh, there's a mistake there, though, and it's a chance here for Eterito. What a save. Big chance, that.
Aubameyang denied by a fantastic reaction stop. High press, and it almost worked. And Aubameyang, I think, will be disappointed not to have scored. Eterito, though, has made a very good start.
Yeah, it's a very positive start from Eterito. Exactly what he wanted. He does tend to play this fast-flowing, tic-tac sort of style up against a more cagey, reserved Tiomit, and so far it seems to be working.
Well, he's changed the corner taker. It's going to be Maitland-Niles here. 15 minutes gone in this opening game. And he elects to take the short corner. It might work as well. Yeah, another corner.
What is important is he does actually make these chances count when he is on top, because as we know, if Tiomit goes down the other end, he is very clinical.
Maitland-Niles swings it in again. Goalless between Arsenal and Paris Saint-Germain as Eterito and Tiomit do battle here in Berlin. Offside flag is up, and a bit of respite there. You can see the correct decision.
Yeah, a little bit of nerves perhaps so far from both of these players. We know they are one of the best basically in the world of PES 2018 at this moment in time, but as we are the first game of the day, it has been a slow start from both of them.
Maybe just thinking that you've got as much to lose as much to gain, given they're probably the two favourites to go through in what is a very competitive group.
Yeah, I mean, they've also got El Matador in the group, and AS Babisk as well, who did really well a couple of years ago, got knocked out in the quarterfinals of the World Finals. It's a stunning save there for PSG, and it's turned wide of the target. Yeah, as I was saying, there is a strong group, but they would perhaps think a draw may be a good result in this opening fixture.
Well, that was a chance for Edison Cavani. He normally takes those. A good save, though, from Petr Cech. First corner of the game for Paris Saint-Germain, and Di Maria. That's a good-looking ball in. Headed away, but only as far as Verratti. Best spell of this match for Tiomit. He almost loses possession in a dangerous position, and eventually he does. And now Henrik Mkhitaryan can scamper up over halfway.
That high press is really working for Eterito at this moment in time. He's too much at this moment in time for Tiomit. Every time he gets the ball, there's 3 players on him, but Tiomit nevertheless is starting to grow into the match as we tick towards the 25-minute mark.
Yeah, he is. We've not seen much of Kylian Mbappe or Neymar, but here is Neymar. Cavani!
It's a big chance. That is a big chance. It's a stunning block in the end. The Uruguayan Cavani just pulled the trigger on his left foot after great work, like you mentioned, down on this near touchline by Neymar. And it's a good block in the end, that from Eterito.
I think that might have been heading in. I'm not sure Cech would have got to it. Neymar to take this corner for PSG. Again, Arsenal deal with it, but Verratti again on the edge of the penalty area. Back to the Brazilian superstar Neymar. Koscielny gets in. Anywhere will do.
Now, of course, this game is probably more important at this moment in time for Eterito than Tiamit due to the world rankings. Eterito still struggling to get into that top bracket to qualify for the world finals, whereas, of course, Tiamit, you know, 3/4 of the work's already done, of course.
Yeah, he's got 2,000 points already. Be very surprising if he doesn't make the world finals, but so cool and composed at the back, isn't he?
You may have just heard a hoop and a holler from one of the other games. Of course, this isn't the only game that is being played at this moment in time. There are all of the other first game group matches happening at this moment in time. We're, of course, going to be bringing you one from each group as the day goes on. But, yeah, all the action happening as well. And we will bring you all the latest scores, etc., as we get them.
Yeah, we'll keep you updated. Here's Neymar. And now Mbappe. And after a slow start, you'd say that PSG are now on top as we go into the final 10 minutes of the first half.
Yeah, what's interesting again is Tiamit is starting to, you know, that stranglehold is beginning to come into effect, as it always does between these two players. Can Eterito make this chance count through Danny Welbeck, though?
Good opportunity for Arsenal. Meunier was in, though. Strong defending. The one really good opportunity was that chance for Aubameyang. Superb save, and Cavani with that deflected effort. Verratti again becoming increasingly influential is Marco Verratti. Now Kylian Mbappe. PSG with Di Maria. Good spell of possession this. Can they make it count? Meunier will let that go out of play. Might be time for one last attack. As you can see, PSG dominating the ball. 62% of possession so far.
Eterito, it's an important 4 minutes plus stoppage time now. To make sure he doesn't concede, because as you well know, if we go into the second half 1-0 down for Eterito, it could be in real trouble as Cavani just leaps above, but it is over the top.
Edison Cavani with a couple of sighters, and he doesn't normally need too many more to break the deadlock.
Yeah, he can't afford to give him too many more opportunities. Usually Tiamit is clinical. I have been impressed with Eterito defensively, though. Usually he does play this open, expansive football, but he's matching Tiamit at this moment in time defensively.
Here's Cavani again. It's a crunching challenge there, and a very good one. It might have been a yellow card had he not got the ball. Now Rabiot, not seen too much of him. Cavani again, and they've worked the space for Di Maria onto that left foot. Cavani, super save from Cech, and Arsenal survive.
Brilliant double save there from Eterito's point of view. That was a really important moment in this match, because that would have been, like we mentioned, right on the stroke of half-time. If he were to concede, it could have been very, very difficult. What is interesting watching this game so far is that Eterito in the last couple of years has been the favourites going into competitions, and perhaps that's weighing on his shoulders too much, whereas now he's obviously not the favourite, certainly in this game, and he seems to be actually coping with the situation a little bit better.
End of the first half was Paris Saint-Germain's best spell. We are back underway. It's quick and frantic and entertaining, and we're already into the second half. Can either of these turn 1 point into 3 in the second period to get off to a winning start in Group A? Here's Welbeck for Eterito's Arsenal, playing from right to left in their traditional red shirts with white sleeves. Lovely move this, and they've got an overlap on for Danny Welbeck. Welbeck, great defending from Meunier, not for the first time. Yeah,
you kind of feel it's this. These two players have played each other 3 times in the last 2 years, and 2 of the 3 games have finished 1-0 to Tiamit. So it has that feeling again. Just that one goal might be enough for both of these two teams. There certainly won't be too many chances, because both are playing really, really well defensively so far today.
Yeah, it's pretty cagey out there, as we might have expected. Here is Behrin. Not seen too much of him as an attacking fullback. Now Mkhitaryan trying to create the space, and it feels like half-time came at a good time for Eterito. He's on the back foot, but he seems to have wrestled back the initiative. Yeah,
he started the second half much brighter, like he did in the start of the first half, as Tiamit really took hold of the game towards the end of that first half. Will it be the same pattern in the second half? We'll wait and see. Well, it's a chance here for Tiamit down the left-hand side through Mbappe. He's got support in the middle from Cavani. Good defending, though, from Bellerin, but he's got the cross in, and stunning defending again at the back post, Chris.
Certainly was. I thought that was going to be 1-0 there. There seemed to be an overlap on. It's a really good game, this. Di Maria, it's not high scoring, but you can see why these are 2 of the favourites for the whole 1v1 competition here in Berlin.
Yeah, anyone watching at home just needs to see the playing styles, see how they're sort of dealing with these situations, especially defensively, because if you want to be a part of this in the future, you've got to learn from the best, and these certainly are two of the very best at this moment in time.
Here's Bellerin again for Eterito's Arsenal. It's a lovely one too, and it's created a bit of space, and Bellerin continues his run forward.
Great
and here's
chance.
Maitland-Niles.
Just had to pull the trigger, Chris. The chance goes away. You thought he was going to take that first time on the right foot, but he tried that extra pass, which has worked in previous games so far, but not this time.
Maitland-Niles again looking to make amends. And now maybe the counter-attack for PSG, and with Cavani and Neymar and Di Maria, they are some of the best in the business.
Yeah, he's got to be careful not to open up too much, because, as you well know, Tiamat is absolutely lethal on the counter-attack.
Haven't seen any substitutions yet with, what, 20 minutes to go.
Yeah, usually we see the 65-minute, 70-minute mark when players start to tie. They will start making changes, but I think both players are fairly happy with the performance so far.
Yeah, I'd agree. Here's Danny Welbeck charging down this near side. Mesut Ozil, Aubameyang, back to Ozil. That's a lovely ball
move
to Mkhitaryan. Is this 1-0?
It's another stunning block at the near post there. It was a great chance. He still has possession though through Aubameyang. Just crowded out in the end, and Eterito certainly is having the better of this second half, and he's in again here. Chance to cross it towards the near post. Good defending away. Can't get out though, Tiamat, at this moment in time. Another stunning stop from the chip, and finally he clears the danger.
Well, Eterito won't believe it's still 0-0. Tiamat dribbles it out of play, and now we are going to maybe see some alterations, but tell you what, Eterito's had the better of this second half, and Tiamat knows it.
Yeah, I'm very impressed with Eterito so far today. He looks a little bit like he feels he should have taken one of those chances, but you can't really say they were gilt-edge opportunities. Possibly the one in the first half, but outside of that, it's kind of been half chances in this second half. He just has that possession and the territory at this moment in time. Can he build on it? 3
pauses a game allowed for the players, and we're back underway with Jack Wilshere, one of those two have come on. Now Lacazette bends wide, and Arsenal come close again.
Yeah, that really was probably the biggest moment of this match so far. It was a lovely little flick there, lovely one-touch football on the edge of the box, and Lacazette, you would have put your house on him burying that in the bottom corner, and it's just a whisker wide of that far post, Chris.
I think that might have been his first and second touch since coming on.
Yeah.
And Arsenal really have played superbly well in this second period, but here is Mbappe. PSG, of course, remain a big threat.
Yeah, Tiamat, of course, is pretty much the best player in the world at this moment in time, so you cannot write him off. If you're going into the last 10 minutes 0-0, you've got to be really careful, because he can punish you at any moment.
And here he's trying to do that with Meunier and Cavani. Almost. Remember, this is a man, Tiamat, who won in Asia, who won the Americas round, and he's come to Europe to make it a hat-trick,
yeah.
But he's had a tough start.
Of course, he is from France, so Europe would be technically considered his home region. So, of course, he'd love to win it again here, even though the points might not necessarily be important, as it's just gone wide again. That was similar to the Lacazette chance for Eterito, wasn't it?
Certainly was. PSG coming strong as we approach the last 5 minutes. I think it was Mbappe who just curled wide of Cech's left-hand post, and Cech here might just take a moment before launching it downfield.
Yeah. 5 massive important minutes coming up now for both of these two players. They perhaps, like we mentioned, will be happy with a point. Will it peter out, or will there be more chances to try and get 3 important points?
Yeah, now tactics come in, and how positive a player you might be. And it's well cut out by Granit Xhaka. And now Aubameyang. Lacazette's already had 1 chance, the France international against the French champions. Maybe just time for one last real attack from one of these players.
2 minutes plus stoppage on. All eyes on the 4th official as he walks towards that technical area. It'd be interesting to see how many minutes. There hasn't been too many stoppages.
It's a lovely back heel. Cavani can't get it back, and Arsenal will launch it up towards halfway. They're almost there, but it's PSG who are finishing the stronger. Draxler, no minutes have added on time, so this will be the last attack. I think it's a crunching challenge.
Well, if he's given a free kick here, this could be heartbreak for Eterito as Tiamat looks to launch this into the box. Could be very, very dangerous, but it's the last kick of the match, pretty much.
It is. I just wonder whether he might be thinking about bringing on a big defender here, Eterito, because this will be it after this.
There's certainly some tired legs from both of these two teams. Imagine if he could nick a winner here. This could be absolutely crucial for both of these two players in the scheme of things in Group A.
Callum Chambers and Rob Holding must be thinking, get me on, I'll head this ball away. But this will be the last action of this game, almost certainly, and it's going to be Draxler for PSG. A goal here, and surely Tiomit, the champion in Asia and Americas, will be on for a winning start. He's gone short. Will there be time here for Rabiot? And now Verratti. Arsenal will clear.
That was a real